Edition of News, Sports, and the Weather coming up right now.
Thank you.
Spend $50 or more at any Hubbard's department or participating outlets for a chance to win free fuel, free drinks, free prizes, free property and vehicular insurance, free Hub TV and internet, free electricity, free coke, free water, free cooking gas, free paint supplies, free Dutch Lady milk, free passes to Sunshine promotion events for 2024, free groceries, all for one whole year. And every winner receives a free lunch package. But that's not all. Drive away in style in a brand new Isuzu D-Max. It sips, it doesn't guzzle. So fill out your entries and place them into the marked entry boxes. This promotion is brought to you in part by Dutch.
Labukan Creative Center presents the final staging of I Do at the Duluth Cinema Grenville, Sunday, August 25th at 6 p.m. Tickets available at Labukan Creative Center, Gotefet, and St. Andrew's Pharmacy at $75. It's the most hilarious comedy ever staged in Grenada. It's I Do by Uriah Speakers, Sunday, August 25th, Duluth Cinema Grenville at 6 p.m. Don't you miss it.
Gun-related crimes can pose serious threats to our communities, leaving villagers to mourn, children without fathers, and broken families. Positive activities like sports is what we need to bring our communities together, especially our youths.
A message from the Ministry of National Security.
This is the GBN Morning News for today, Monday, August 19th, 2024. Coming up in the news, Grenada's Olympic team receives heroes welcome home. CAFA urges vigilance following WHO declaration on Mpox. In the region, Guyana and Suriname issued joint international appeal for restraint in Venezuela. Internationally, Ernesto becomes a hurricane again, causing dangerous rip currents. And in sports, no Andre Russell or Jason Holder as West Indies name squad for South Africa T20s. We've got the details to this and more after these messages.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Good morning, I'm Gordon Joseph with the details. A welcome home ceremony and motorcade was held this weekend for Grenada's Olympians who recently competed at the Paris Olympics Games. Lyndon Victor won bronze in the decathlon, Anderson Peters won bronze in the javelin throw, and Kirani James finished fifth in the 400-meter final. Sprinter Haley Hazard, as well as swimmers Tilly Collymore and Zachary Gresham, were acknowledged for their efforts. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell praised the Olympians for inspiring generations of Grenadians to come, saying they have made their country proud. At the reception, three-time Olympic medalist and four-time Olympic finalist Kirani James thanked the public for the support, as he said he has been doing this for a while now and the support has never wavered. Javelin bronze medalist Anderson Peters thanked the entire nation for allowing him to represent the country. Bronze medalist in decathlon Lyndon Victor said it was a pleasure to represent and put Grenada on the map once more. He said the welcome home for the athletes has been well received. Mpox was declared a public health emergency of international concern on August 14, 2024 by the World Health Organization, following an upsurge in the infections by the virus in the Democratic Republic of Congo and a growing number of countries in Africa. This is the highest level of global alert recognizing the potential threat this virus poses to countries around the world. And it is the second declaration in 2 years of a public health emergency of international concern relating to Mpox. This current outbreak of Mpox is caused by Clade 1, which is more transmissible and causes more severe illness. Clade 2 was responsible for an outbreak that the WHO declared to be a global health emergency from July 2022 to May 2023. Presently, no cases of Clade 1b Mpox have been reported in the Caribbean and its neighboring countries, including the United States, United Kingdom, Canada, and Latin America. There is also a limited number of travelers and no direct commercial flights from the Democratic Republic of Congo or its neighboring countries to the Caribbean. The Ministry of Education has announced the start of the issuing of QR codes to support parents in accessing school supplies and uniforms under the School Supplies and Uniform Assistance Program. QR codes are a digital solution used to facilitate cashless transactions. Parents who requested assistance under the program and were approved can now check their phones for the monetary value via a QR code, which are sent out in batches via text messages from the contact number 1-878-231-3486 or the email support@wepaytoday.com. That's support@wipaytoday.com. Now, once the QR code is received, parents must proceed to a vendor authorized by the Ministry of Education to collect the school uniforms and supplies. All parents receiving the QR codes are advised to redeem them as soon as possible, since they will be valid for only 2 months, namely August and September 2024. Parents in Carriacou are advised that a separate arrangement is being made to facilitate the provision of school supplies and uniform assistance to all the students in Carriacou and Petite Martinique. Therefore, all parents should provide the contact number and or email address to the principals at their child's or children's school as soon as possible. The phone number is required to transmit the QR codes. And finally, the British High Commission in St. George's has announced that the Home Office of the United Kingdom will be introducing e-visas, which from January 2025 will replace physical documents such as the biometric residence permit, a visa vignette sticker, or an immigration ink stamp, or the biometric residence card for all people who need a visa apart from visitors. This decision has been taken to deliver a digital border and immigration system, a better experience for customers, and improved security and efficiency. Some countries may need to consider the effects of the United Kingdom's transition to e-visas on their internal processes and procedures. This may include processes such as exit checks, passport issuance, and processing applications where verification of UK immigration status may be required. That brings us to the end of the local segment of news. Stay with us. The regional roundup and international developments, along with the sports and the weather, are up next. 5 minutes away from 7 o'clock, we now join the Caribbean News Desk for this morning's edition of the Caribbean News Roundup.
From the Caribbean News Desk, the morning edition. Good morning. I'm Dennis Chabrol.
And I'm Kendall Morgan with the latest from across the Caribbean.
Dutch St. Martin voters are going to the polls today to elect a new government. And the voting bureau will test the new system to generate election results quickly. Just over 20,000 persons are eligible to vote. There are 9 political parties and 116 candidates. Chairman of the Central Voting Bureau, Natalie Tackling, says a new electronic system is being used to provide preliminary results as early as possible.
Because this is the first time that we're testing this software, we're running it in tandem with the regular manual way of doing things to be able to double check and cross-reference. We don't want to be completely reliant on a new software that indeed we are testing now for the first time. So this is why I mention it kind of as a way that we're looking to professionalize and kind of move forward and modernize the way that we get election results. But this is the first time that we're testing it.
The leader of Trinidad and Tobago's governing People's National Movement is disappointed that the opposition United National Congress, UNC, has not participated in the country's constitutional reform process. Dr. Keith Rowley, who is the Twin Island nation's Prime Minister, made known his position at the special PNM Convention on Constitutional Reform.
I'm a little disappointed at this stage to say that the group of people who are in fact an arm of the government and the parliament under the leadership of the UNC, I am disappointed that the official opposition chose up to this point to not participate in this process. Because this is in fact not a PNM process. It's a national process.
He believes that the 785 persons who participated in constitutional reform hearings represent the views of people of Trinidad and Tobago. The PNM leader, however, says there is an opportunity for all stakeholders to participate in a national conference on constitutional reform after a public education drive.
And we are hoping that we can have that national forum after this period of public education, which the Ministry of Government Communication and the committee can engage in, and look at maybe the first week in November to have that national forum where people like us, the PNM, can go to the national forum, other political parties, and any delegates, a delegate body that comes to this conference, bringing to it the position of the various entities.
The upcoming annual conference of the opposition Democratic Labour Party, DLP, in Barbados is taking on added interest following last Friday's announcement that President Dr. Ronnie Yearwood and General Secretary Steve Blackett had been expelled from the party. The expulsion by the DLP's General Counsel on the recommendation of its disciplinary committee marked a major escalation of the internal conflict that has plagued the party for months. The party's interim leadership has earlier said they hoped the conference could mark a turning point and provide an opportunity for a show of unity. Meanwhile, political analyst Peter Wickham has expressed some surprise with President Yearwood's removal.
I think that the expulsion is regrettable. I think that Yearwood Yearwood's conversation and his messages and so on could have been managed for an integration of him back into the situation and the Democratic Labour Party. But more importantly, for him as a politician, I think that he has a future in politics, and I believe that after the next election, the Democratic Labour Party would need Yearwoods and people like Yearwood, bright young people with a political future, to be able to shape their politics going forward.
Disaster officials in Bermuda are reporting that there was no significant damage despite a prolonged battering from Hurricane Ernesto over the weekend. The hurricane, however, left thousands of residents without electricity and caused temporary blockage of roads from fallen trees. Lyndon Rayner of the Disaster Risk Reduction and Mitigation Team says cleanup is well underway.
We are in a very good spot. We had no adverse reports of any injuries or major infrastructure damage to our properties. I think most people may have just suffered from flooding, which probably should be expected with the amount of rain that we had prior to the onset of Hurricane Ernesto and then during the storm itself.
Grenada held a weekend of activities for its returning Olympians who won an historic 2 medals at the just-ended Paris Olympics. The Governor-General and Prime Minister led a welcome home delegation at the country's Morris Bishop International Airport on Saturday, and this was followed by a motorcade through several communities yesterday. 400-meter specialist Karani James, who missed a medal at this Olympics but already holds gold, silver and bronze medals in the event, praised the continuing national support.
It's all about invoking this feeling right here, this feeling of pride, this feeling of joy, of happiness. So we all have a part to play in terms of making Grenada what it is, to aspire, to build, to advance as one people, one family. May God bless our nation.
Lyndon Victor won Grenada a bronze medal in the men's decathlon and Anderson Peters bronze in the men's javelin. This has been the morning edition from the Caribbean News Desk. You may contact us by phone or WhatsApp on +592 700 9293. Thanks for listening.
We do apologize for that break in that transmission there. And looking further afield, Ernesto regained hurricane strength on Sunday, and the storm was causing dangerous rip currents on beaches along the U.S. East Coast and Canada, the U.S. National Hurricane Center said. The forecaster also said that additional intensification was expected within 12 hours, followed by a weakening before it becomes a post-tropical cyclone on Tuesday. Ernesto is the fifth named Atlantic storm of what is expected to be an intense hurricane season. Hurricane Ernesto made landfall on Puerto Rico and the U.S. and British Virgin Islands last week. The Caribbean islands' main power supplier, Luma Energy, said more than 725,000 homes and businesses lost electric service after the heavy rainfall. That concludes the international segment. Stay with us. The sporting highlights are straight ahead. Sporting fans, Andre Russell and Jason Holder were the notable absentees as West Indies announced the squad for the upcoming T20 series against South Africa. Rovman Powell will be once again leading the side, with Ruston Chase serving as his deputy. West Indies and South Africa will be facing off in a 3-match series starting from August 24th. Russell, who was part of West Indies T20 World Cup squad, had requested for a period of rest and recovery and was granted by West Indies Cricket. Holder was given a rest after playing 5 test matches against England and South Africa on the trot. Both men will be working closely during the rest period with the West Indies Cricket Science and Medicine team. Alec Athanaze and Matthew Ford have come into the side for the series. All of the matches will be happening at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy in Trinidad. West Indies have won 4 out of their last 5 bilateral T20 series and had narrowly missed out on a semi-final spot at the T20 World Cup 2024 after a loss to South Africa. That's all the sports at this time. We'll have more sports for you during our luncheon edition. Stay with us. The weather forecast is straight ahead. right, folks, for the latest weather forecast, we join forecaster Jonathan "Johnny" Price at the Met Office of the MBIA. Good morning, Johnny.
Good morning to you and good morning, listeners. Here is the weather for today, Monday the 19th of August, 2024, as recorded at the Morris Bishop International Airport. It is currently fair. The winds are variable at 2 miles per hour. Barometric pressure is 1014.3 millibars, which is above normal and rising. Present temperature is 28.4 degrees Celsius and relative humidity 85%. Yesterday's maximum was 31.6 degrees Celsius and the minimum last night 27 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, 3.2 millimeters of rainfall was recorded, which brings the total for the month so far to 114.8 millimeters. And now for the public forecast for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique Valley for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy, with brief light to moderate showers and a low chance of thunder. Today's maximum will be 32 degrees Celsius at winds northeasterly to easterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Seas will be slight to moderate with waves 3 to 5 feet in open waters. Low tide will be at 9:45 a.m. and high tide at 3:30 p.m. Sunset will be at 6:24 and sunrise at 5:56. Just to repeat the public forecast for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique Valley for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy, with brief light to moderate showers and a low chance of thunder. From the forecast at Sky Morris Bishop International Airport, I'm Jonathan Price. Have a great day.
Jonathan, before you run off, are there any, activities within our zone of interest?
Well, currently, the feature that is causing the partly cloudy to cloudy conditions in various parts of Grenada is the ITCC, which is shifting back towards the south. Aside from that, there is a tropical wave at approximately 42 degrees west currently that has some convection around it, but that's still maybe 2 days away still.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Have yourself a great day now.
You too.
Folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliment of Rennick and Thompson Company.
Get back to school with Quartz Optical. Get frames and lenses for children and students of all ages starting at $299, plus 25% off credit purchases or 20% off cash purchases. Ray-Ban, Armani, Converse, Vogue, and much more. Get it today and pay us later. Plus, you can book your eye examination appointment online today on www.quartzoptical.com. Only at Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Offer ends August 24th, 2024.
It's 8 minutes after 7 o'clock. To end the news, a recap of the headlines. Grenada's Olympic team receives heroes' welcome home. CAFA urges vigilance following WHO declaration on Mpox. In the region, Guyana and Suriname issue joint international appeal for restraint in Venezuela. Internationally, Ernesto becomes a hurricane again, causing dangerous rip currents. And in sports, with the T20 series coming up against South Africa, West Indies has no Andrew Russell nor Jason Holder. They have not been named in the squad. That's the morning edition of news for today, Monday, August 19th, 2024. On behalf of the entire news department, I am Gordon Joseph, thanking you for listening, wishing you a productive day, and extending the invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
Introducing the Grenlec mobile app. You can now get your bill balance and easily track energy usage for your home or business. Report and receive alerts about power outages. Plus, stay up to date by receiving the latest notifications. Yes, the Grenlec app keeps you connected anytime, anywhere. The Grenlec mobile app. Download for 24/7 access.
Yes, we have rebranded and we are now called Bee's Crispy Chicken, serving you authentic, well-seasoned fried chicken using our own secret recipe. Unlike Tom Jones and Uncle Sam, we use a blend of local herbs and spices to give you, our valued customers, delicious fried and grilled chicken at an affordable price. Our menu includes chicken and chips, wraps, salads, hamburgers, chicken burgers, fried and grilled fish, your favorite ice cream flavors, and much more. You can find us at XL Plaza Grandans and our 2 express outlets at Granby Street, St. George's and Jubilee Street, St. Andrew. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Order online via Yogo or call 403-8003 to order in advance. Bee's Crispy Chicken. For us, by us.
The heat is on. The pressure is real. Every ball, every boundary, every wicket, a battle for Caribbean supremacy. 6 teams, 1 dream. The Caribbean Premier League returns, and this time it's personal. Get ready for the carnival of cricket, the rhythm, the passion, the unstoppable energy of the CPL. Get ready for the rhythms of the islands and the roar of the crowds. Biggest stars, the most passionate fans, the ultimate party atmosphere. This is cricket like you've never experienced it. Are you ready to feel the rhythm? CPL 2024. It's more than cricket. It's an experience. It's life.
For your team.
right, morning, folks. Welcome to the conversation. And it's 16 minutes after 7 o'clock. And as you can see, I've got a beautiful young lady with me in the studio. And she's all smiles. Can you imagine she, took that plane this morning just to be with me all the way from Trinidad and Tobago? I'm speaking with Miss Gail Prince. She's representing Dumas. All right. And it's something new. And I firstly want to say welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
And tell us about Dumas.
Okay, so Dumas Windows and Doors, we have been operating in the Caribbean for over 15 years. We basically concentrate on hurricane-resistant products and security products in terms of your windows and your doors.
Okay. Yes. And, at a time like now, this is your time. This is the time when you really have to make the mark because we're in the hurricane season and everybody's concerned and so forth. And Dumas, I get it right, is here to the rescue. Are you a regional company?
Yes, we are a regional company. Firstly, we have a distributor here in Grenada. That's Caribbean Shutters, Windows and Doors. They are in Frequente Park. And then we have another distributor in Antigua. We have a small sub-office in St. Kitts. We have distributors in Dominica, Guyana. So, we sell products as far as the U.S. Virgin Islands also.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, but you're based in your head
Trinidad.
office is Trinidad. So all your manufacturing and so forth takes place in Trinidad.
That's right.
So if someone is listening now and they're, very anxious to hear because everybody is in this protective mode, because we're in the season and it is anticipated that it's going to be a very active season. And they want to make that choice. Why should they choose Dumas?
Because we are the best. We are tested and proven. So I'm not just saying we are the best because it's a Trini company. I work in there, and Trinidadians always are the best thing.
That is sometimes true. Huh?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
But we have been tested. We actually test all our products to meet hurricane specifications. We have the only test lab of its type on this side of the Caribbean. So we have our own test lab. And our products have been tested in the real world situations. Basically, that hurricane that took place in St. Martin recently, Irma. We had products installed that stood up beautifully. Windows and doors. Yeah. No issues, 1 or 2 liter cracked glass and so on, but no big damages. So our products have not just been tested in a lab, but also tested in the real world situation. All our hurricane products are made to stand up to a Category 5 hurricane.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, that's forward thinking.
Yes.
Very forward thinking. And you supply basically doors and windows.
Doors and windows. We do shop fronts and curtain wall as well. So it's not just residential, but we also cater for a number of commercial products.
And as those of you who are looking via our television platform, you can also see what's going on. And This is amazing, and I'm happy. One of the reasons why I'm happy is that in the past, whenever we needed this quality of supplies, we had to go way outside. Had to bring it in from Europe or North America. But now we are manufacturing it home because Trinidad is home to us too as well.
Yes, basically manufacturing right here in the Caribbean for the Caribbean climate because, the Caribbean has a very unique climate. 1 minute we hot, then rain. And it's very unpredictable. So it's manufactured in the Caribbean for use in the Caribbean by the Caribbean people. We also have quite a better turnaround time than if to say you were importing it from, say, Miami. Anything custom we can produce and deliver within a 6-week period, between 4 and 6 weeks.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's assume, I'm constructing, I'm building my home now, and I have my personal idea as to what I want. Can I come to Dumas
Yes.
And say, these are the things that I want, and you custom make it for me.
That's correct. We act as consultants as well, so you may decide you want an entire glass wall 10 feet high. And we would be able to tell you, okay, if we are going to stay within the hurricane specs, we can't give you 10 feet high, but this is what we can do. We could split it in 6 pieces. We could reinforce it here. We could, yes. So we act as consultants as well, helping the client get what they want, but also making sure to keep you within hurricane specifications if that is what you require.
Wow, that's awesome. That's really awesome because, you know, most times in situations like this, you go to the store and you purchase what is available. But here you have the opportunity to request what you want.
That's correct.
And maybe not just request what you want, but you'll get professional advice and direction as to what is best to use.
That's right. What is best for you? For example, a lot of people like casement windows. Those are the windows that swing out, open out. But if you are by the sea, the best window for you is a sliding window, not a casement window. The reason being is a casement has a number of parts that will tend to corrode with the salt air. A slider doesn't have that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And all this sort of consultation would be provided to your prospective clients.
That's right.
Wow, that's good.
Yes.
You've been in operation in the region for just about 15 years.
Over 15 years, yes.
What's the penetration like? How Caribbean people gravitating to what measure of success are you seeing?
We have seen a lot of growth in the last 5 years or so. You know, in the Caribbean, people gravitate slowly towards something that is new. The only market that, you know, in the Caribbean has probably about 70-80% UPVC is Barbados. Everybody else is behind on that train. But we have seen a lot of growth in the last 5 years. I mentioned that we are in the U.S. Virgin Islands, St. Croix, St. Thomas, St. John's. We've been doing a lot of work in that area. Guyana as well. A lot of work have been happening in that area. So we are seeing a lot of growth is happening as people become more educated and gravitate towards DOMAS.
And, well, with that level of consultation service that you provide, I am of the opinion that you have a scientific approach to things. So I know as time progresses with climate change in the air, all your products and so forth will now be designed, tailor-made to facilitate that sort of change.
That's right. And it already is, basically. And every year or couple years, we review, we retest, we improve. So, for example, before, when we did a hurricane patio door, for, let's say, a sliding door for maybe a small hotel or whatever, we have to add certain things to it to make sure, you know, we have to add outriggers to make sure it holds. Now the door has been re-engineered and you don't need outriggers. So growth is taking place, improvement is taking place consistently and continually.
Well, that's awesome. So someone in Grenada that's listening, it's also noted that we have a very large audience outside via Facebook or in the diaspora. People out there might be interested. If someone wants to make an order, purchase order, can they come to Trinidad or they need to do, let's say local, they need to order here?
Well, we do have a local person. That's Caribbean Shutters, Windows and Doors. You can approach them and they would be able to give you the information. They would be able to send us the specs and then we could consult with them and say, hey, your client is requesting this, but it is better if they go this way. It is better if they go that way. Sometimes clients reach out to us directly. No problem at all. Okay. We will still, you know, deal with the client, give them the information, give them the quotation as is required.
Wow, that's awesome. DOMAS. I got the name right.
DOMAS, yes.
Right. And your office is what part? We are in Trinidad?
We are located at 57 Factory Road, Shogunas in Trinidad.
Okay. Wow, that's awesome. And I mean, the response you've been getting in your 15 plus years, it's satisfactory.
Yes. So far, so good. We are hoping to see more growth as things change, because with Hurricane Beryl, even recently, we have been getting a lot of inquiries, even coming out of Carriacou, coming out of the northern part of Grenada that was hit by the hurricane. We have been getting, persons reaching out and asking us, I need to renovate, can you all assist? Okay. What does the price look like? Can I get this? I had this before. Should I get that back, or should I change it and get something else? So we have been seeing, persons reaching out, and we believe it is going to just grow.
And you touch a very critical point, which leads me to the next question. Price competitiveness. Mm-hmm. It's key. Ever so often, sometimes we find it's cheaper to bring something in from far than what we have locally or within the region. How competitive are your prices?
If the U.S. Virgin Islands is buying from me versus Miami, does that tell you?
Yeah, you kind of speak volumes.
Yeah, so the price is competitive. But firstly, it can't just be based on price alone. That's what I always say to clients, that you cannot just base your decision on price alone. While we are a price-sensitive market in the Caribbean, you have to make sure that you are making an apples-to-apples comparison. So if someone says to me, but Gail, I getting this 10% cheaper by so-and-so, I am asking for those specs. What are you getting for that price? Are you sure it's the same thing? Have you asked the relevant questions? Have you asked the pertinent questions? Because sometimes you don't know until you don't know. You don't know that you don't know. You think you know, but you really don't know until, as I saw, someone said to me, I bought some hurricane products from a company, and look at all this glass line down here, came clean out of the frame.
Okay.
You understand? So they were asking me, well, what could have caused that? And then I said, well, did you ask this? Did you ask, how is it glued into the frame? Is it just rubber gasketed in, or is it glued in and beaded in? There are pertinent questions, pertinent conversations that need to be had when purchasing hurricane products. And besides that, your installation is, of paramount importance. You could buy the best product and you did not install it properly, you will still find yourselves in problems. Okay. So,
but you're speaking authoritatively on what on you have a technical background as well. You're part of production.
My background is not technical. My background is sales, but the way how Doma's product is designed and the way how we are, remember, I work in the factory, so I have the opportunity to see firsthand exactly how it is built. So I know what I'm talking. I know when I'm selling a Doma's product, I know what I am selling.
You know it inside out.
I know what's in there. I know where the reinforcement is. I know how much reinforcement this frame could take. I know how much it should have to make sure it stays within the hurricane zone. So the education, even though you don't have the background, the education we receive at Doma's basically on the products is kind of second to none. I have never had to sell something that has so much detail. It's almost as if you need to be an engineer. Yeah.
I picked that up.
Yes, my boss is an engineer. The CEO of Doma's, Mr. Terriot, is an engineer. So engineers are very detailed. So he kind of passes that kind of attention to detail, because, you can't go selling hurricane-resistant thing and next thing
it doesn't work.
It didn't work, and that would be a very sad situation. So you have to know, what you're doing, what you're selling, what's the best advice. And because of the way our company is, it is so easy to get the information if you don't have it. Anybody in our company could call the CEO or the head engineer, the head of production, at any time on any issue.
Okay.
And be able to get the correct information to pass down to the client.
That's awesome. And just a little above 15 years, but that's just... we can safely say you're still in the budding stages.
Still in the budding stages, but doing well.
Yeah. Okay. Anything you want to add before we wrap up?
Okay, so we have a number of products available. We have some unique products. We have, for example, we have like Solar E, which helps to reduce the electricity rate because it reduces heat gain on the building. So there, feel free to, reach out to us and get that information. We have a website, www.domuswindows.com. You can go on the website. It's very, very educational. It will help you. Even if you don't buy from us, it will give you an idea of the questions you need to ask when you go to another supplier. But I am so confident that you're going to come right back. I am sending you on my website to get the information. Yes?
Yeah,
and feel free.
You get to make the comparison and realize that it's chalk and cheese.
Chalk and cheese. Yeah. And, feel free to reach out to our agent here, Caribbean Shutters, Windows and Doors. They are right there in Frequente Park. You can walk in. You don't need you don't need any appointment or anything like that. Feel free to reach out to them at any time and they would be able to give you the information. They have a system where you can go in there. There's a computer set up and you could use it to reach the Domus team in Trinidad immediately. Yes.
As it relates to availability, stock availability in Grenada, how quick, how fast can you deliver?
As I said, we deliver within 4 to 6 weeks, but it depends on what you want. For example, a gentleman reached out to me for one window recently. He said he just wants to test it out. He wants to see, he's in Grenada. He wants to see if it will work how he anticipates, if it will fit his design and so on. And within 2 weeks, he had his window. Because a shipment was coming. We do consolidate shipments with Tropical. So you have, let's say you have 3 customers, 4 customers, and we consolidate the shipment in order to be able to offer. We also offer free shipping as well to Grenada. Once it crosses 20,000 US, the shipping is free. We absorb that cost, but that doesn't mean that one person has to be. It could be 5 people making up that 20,000 US. Okay. You still get that free shipping.
I like that you absorb some of the burden.
That's right.
Customer. That's right. That's remarkable.
Yes.
Well, Ms. Prince, thanks for sharing that information with us. And again, I'll give you 30 seconds if you thought you left something out that you really want to drive home.
I really want to drive home. Please get the correct thing. It does not make any sense. You've made this investment in your home and then you lose it all in one night or one day. It doesn't make sense. So get the correct thing. Reach out to us. Let us help you.
Yeah. Thank you for dropping by.
Thank you.
I'll keep the numbers in my head.
All right, thanks.
Folks, I have been speaking with Ms. Gail Prince Passad. She is representing Domus. And reach out to them. You're in construction, you're in refurbishing, and give them a call. Contact them. They've got a company in Grenada at Frequente. That company is?
Caribbean Shutters, Windows and Doors.
You heard it. So make that move today. We take a commercial break. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Domus Windows and Doors Limited desires a safe Caribbean. Our manufactured windows and doors go through extensive testing for quality, security, and hurricane resistance before leaving our factory. We pride ourselves on having earned the confidence of the Caribbean construction sector over many years, and we continue to deliver unsurpassed quality, innovation, expanded product range, and unique customized solutions for each project. We lean on our expert team as we work with our customers to ensure their vision is always realized. We also provide a full stock listing to service the Caribbean market with the reliable quality and quantity it deserves to protect properties and loved ones in the event of extreme weather conditions. Whether you are in Anguilla, the Bahamas, Trinidad and Tobago, or even the USVI, Domus is here to prove that we are the best option for windows and doors for properties in this precious tropical environment. We all call home. So give us a call or visit your nearest distributor for Domus Windows and Doors quality UPVC solutions today.
It's been 3 weeks since Hurricane Beryl tore through Barbados, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada, and Jamaica. Now as the region slowly starts rebuilding from yet another climate change-induced weather disaster, there's some serious questions. Who foots the bill? What's fair? And what about the next storm that may soon roar through the region?
We also need to urgently reform the international financial system so more money and more long-term concessional loans can be provided to small and vulnerable states. I'm calling for all climate finance commitments to be fulfilled immediately. We can still make a difference.
Good morning again. Welcome back to the conversation. As you can see, I've got with me a beautiful, like this morning is just, I wonder what's causing that. Only beautiful ladies by me this morning. I've got with me Miss Ariza, Miss Josephine Walters. She is the marketing communications officer at the nation's #1 credit union, Ariza. I said that right, right?
Yes, of course. How many times I'm going to tell you my office? You behave yourself. But listen, before we get into Ariza, A couple of weeks ago, I was sitting right here, and you said to me, "I'm going for a crown. You know, that crown is mine this year." What trouble that?
Take me at my word. Take me at my word.
So let me congratulate you.
Thank you.
As
Thank
one
you.
of our members, on behalf of Ariza.
Of course.
Allow us to offer our congratulations.
Thanks.
Yes.
And that comes with kind too, right?
A lot of kind yesterday. Eh? A lot of kind yesterday. And well deserved. So I also want to say, on behalf of Ariza, because what I say here is not on my own behalf, congrats, hearty congratulations to our Olympics team. I must say I like how the ceremony went, in that everybody was recognized, because it's everybody's effort. I probably want to single out Coach Paul, because he gives yeoman service. You can see he's just dedicated to the cause. And for Anderson, he only had a local coach. You know, so Paul obviously did a lot of work. And it says that if you really pay attention and you're dedicated, you can go really far.
You can do it. You can do it.
You know, you can do it.
And I think it's just about time that little rock called Grenada. In recent times, we have produced so many outstanding performances in all realms. Not just athletics, academics.
It's true. It's wide and varied.
You know, so I think it's time that we really come to terms with it, that we can do it. What the bigger countries are doing, we can do it as well.
Of course we can.
We can. Yes, we can.
Yes, we can. I was about to say, yes, we can.
Yes,
so
we
kudos
can.
to everyone who made it possible.
Yeah.
Speaking about big things, we're doing big things as well.
Ariza is always doing big things. There's nothing small
More
about
big
Ariza,
things,
yes.
bigger things. What should I say?
Yeah.
Yesterday, our team was at New York Day. Obviously, we have members in the diaspora, and we have prospective members in the diaspora. Not just Grenadian nationals, but CARICOM nationals. So we went out to the diaspora, to New York Day yesterday. I think this is now the 4th consecutive year. I think it's the 4th, either the 4th or the 5th. And of course, the response was overwhelming. I promise that our audience will hear from one of the persons who was present. Obviously, I wasn't there. It would be miraculous for me to be there yesterday and here today, right?
No, we could do that, man.
So
we could do that.
Not at the time that it happened. So we had accounts being opened, loans being offered, of course, queries, new services. Like I said, we wanted a lot of AMI sign-ups. And I keep saying this, especially for those in the diaspora, locally too, because you want to keep abreast of your money. You want to keep abreast of your accounts. A simple thing like a transfer from one account to another, you should not have to come into the credit union. You can lie on your bed, you could be in your kitchen, you could be wherever you are and just do the transfer, or from one account to another account. Yeah, so I remember the other day going to my hairdresser, and I really didn't have any. I don't know where I put my purse. I think, we ladies changing bags and things. And fortunately, she was an Ariza member. So I paid her by transferring from my account to hers.
Wow.
Voila.
Yeah, and it's so important that I'm happy that you made that statement. I think we need to be putting it in the public's face a little more, that gone are the days where you need to be in long lines, except you must.
Except you must be.
Yeah.
And calling and calling and calling.
Yeah. And it could get frustrating.
It can get frustrating on both ends, because you're bombarded by calls, and we love to hear from our members. Believe me, we like to interact with them. But something like you lose your credit card, your debit card, sorry. And of course you're worried, but you can block the card.
Yeah.
You can go on to AMI and block the card yourself. So at least you don't get a few more gray hairs.
Right.
And then you inform us. You don't even have to call. You can inform us via email.
Yeah.
You can inform us via WhatsApp. You can go to our Facebook page and send a message and let us know that you lost the card, and so you'd like another one.
Yeah.
And we do our due diligence there.
Yeah. Andrea says, no, Josephine, you could have been at the park and the midnight is still on getting JetBlue flight in Grains in the morning.
I guess so.
Yes.
When I think of it, and just head from the airport to here. You're right.
Yeah,
You're very right.
That's the way business is done nowadays.
That's what happens. I'm thinking the other flight, right?
Yeah. But I'm happy, that approach, that forward-thinking approach of Ariza, not waiting for folks in the diaspora to come to you, going out to meet them. As a matter of fact, you just came from New York Day yesterday. You have Canada Day coming up.
Canada Day, and we'll be there. But I tell you, we have to realize that COVID has changed the way we do business. It wasn't a good thing. It's not that you're embracing COVID, but you need to embrace the change. Some people are only online now. You do online studies, you do online church service, prayer meetings, whatever. Lots of meetings happen virtually.
Yeah.
Lots of meetings in our organization happen virtually.
Yeah, the GM in one office and he has a meeting.
Obviously. And we have to embrace technology. If not, we are going to get left behind. So you have this AMI getting, people are scared. What if? What is the what if? You're on Facebook all the time. You shop online with your card. So you're giving out your card information. And we are simply saying, to make life easier for you and for you to be able to track your transactions, track your money, be attuned to what's happening, then you get onto AMI.
Right. And that's the Ariza mobile.
Ariza mobile internet experience.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go wrong. AMI just saves my day.
Yeah.
It doesn't, and especially if you're shopping online, you want to see how much, and I must say, so if you go onto your transactional account, which is the only one that you can shop with, you might see $2,000 as your balance, and then you see $300 as your available balance. So you go into your transactions and you realize the hole there is because you were shopping.
Right.
So some people would come in with a query, but how come? Just get to understand. You knew you were shopping.
Yeah.
So you go into your transactions and you make sure that you did spend $700. This is what it is. If you see an extra $100, an extra $50, an extra $25, that's when you holler. But don't holler because you see a variance there.
Yeah, right.
There must be.
You get to understand it.
Yes. So you have your balance and you have your available balance. Get acquainted with what's happening, because it's important. So we're going to be in Canada as well. The team is leaving shortly so that members in the diaspora and prospective members, and we've had this call. And then when people visit, sometimes they come in and they don't have all of the requirements, and it's a little frustrating. Maybe they didn't walk with a job letter, pay slips, and not everybody got this online. Mind you, for those who are here, if you have all these things online, you have access to your pay slip, then you can come in, because you can just email it to us right there. We have Wi-Fi available.
Right.
You email these things to us, and we're fine. You can open your account. But for those who don't, then you're going back. If you're going back in time, you have family members, you have friends who would like to have the Ariza experience, then sure, just let them know we'll be there. Now, one of the things that you can do is you can visit our website and download the application forms, that you make the process that much easier. So when you get up to the officer, you don't have to sit there and write everything in.
Yeah,
it's already done.
You do it in advance.
Yes.
Okay.
So you walk with your IDs. Well, of course, New York is gone, but for those in Canada,
which part of Canada?
Day, Toronto. Yes.
Yeah.
So you're going to get your IDs, two picture IDs, so that's your driver's license, passport, your job letters. So that's proof of your ID, proof of your income, proof of your address. So that may be a bill in your name, your job letter, and that's $500 EC dollars. Yeah?
That's for shares?
Yes, those are to purchase your shares, so you become a member of the Ariza family. So we're looking forward to welcoming those in Canada to the Ariza family, and to hearing from those who are already members, because you just never know. A lot of things are birthed through these meetings.
Right. Okay.
Little requests. that can turn into something major.
A quick question. To become a member outside in the diaspora, do you have to be a Grenadian or it could be of any nationality?
You have to be a CARICOM national.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You have to be a CARICOM national.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good.
So that's that.
Right.
And then we are going to go on to other big things coming up. Soon we will announce our scholarship awardees.
Okay.
Yes. So we have persons, and very often you have ARISA members. So it's important, in a sense, to have your children open an account, whether it's an Excel account or you open the ESP, Education Savings Plan, for them, because it makes them qualify for these opportunities.
Okay.
Yes. So we have awards of excellence, scholarships for the award of excellence. Of course, you must award excellence like we saw yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And you also have other scholarships where people have needs. And of course, that's why we're there. Credit unionism is built on people helping people. And at ARISA, we take that to heart. So it means that we are going to be awarding students going to secondary school, students going specifically to TAMCC, and also those going to university.
Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
We've had that going on, and it continues.
So, I mean, it's clear there now that ARISA is not just about, securing surpluses and so forth, but really investing in its people.
Well, we have to, because we want to see a better Grenada. We want to see a healthy membership. You want education is it.
Yeah.
And as we say at ARISA, you don't have to be doing doing business studies or legal studies, or you want to be a good carpenter, be the best carpenter you can be.
Yeah.
You want to be a mechanic, be the best mechanic you can be. And so we encourage people as well to come in and ask us about our education loans. Not everyone will get a scholarship, but you may be sitting here doing your do as usual, but you want to do something further in communication, in broadcasting, and it's available online. Maybe just a 3-month course, maybe a certificate, and you can get a loan for that as well.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It's possible, because why education is continuous? Education should be continuous. We should all want to enhance our knowledge and our skills. So that's why we're here.
Okay. So what else is happening in ARISA now?
Well, so many things are happening.
Always something buzzing in ARISA, right?
Always buzzing, and that's the truth. So, but for now, that's what we're going to say about the scholarships coming up. And so I want to say as well, or we want to say to the persons who are vending, and this is something that we have a continuous issue, should I say, that sometimes people fret when they come to us because you earned your money, you worked hard for it, and then you come and to deposit it. There's a little bit of a problem because you didn't have proof of your income. So just do your due diligence and make sure you have your invoices, your receipts, whatever would show us that you...
Proof of income, that you earned it. Yeah.
Because I remember one time dealing with a farmer who came to me, was very frustrated because he thought, well, he came with his money and he was irate. And I said to him, but who did you sell to? And he told me, I could say, Foodland, Marketing Board, and IGA something. And I said, well, okay, so you can get, where's your receipt book? He forgot it at home. So I did the preparatory work, and the following day, he brought in his receipt.
Okay. And he was able to deposit?
Well, he was able to become a member because in that case, it was proof of his income.
Right.
But if you do the same, when you have your deposits of over $10,000 and over, then obviously that's a proof of your income right there. So it's no rocket science. But of course, we have to do our due diligence. Yeah. We have to be compliant. So do you.
Right. Yes. Good. You make it sound so easy and smooth.
Because it's easy. Instead of fretting yourself, just know the procedures.
Do what has to be
done.
Do
what has to be done.
Yeah.
And we good.
Yeah. Do what has to be done.
Because we try to make it as simple as possible. And of course, if you have queries, if you have concerns, share them with us. But we do try to make it as simple as possible.
Yeah. Good.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, and again, congratulations. I mean, I can't believe I'm sitting next to the king, but it's just so the man tell me he walking away with the crown.
Yeah. Hoshel and I have a bet, so. Hoshel, I'm coming to collect, right?
You and Mr. Whiteman. Yes.
Yeah.
Again, from the Ariza family, congratulations to you, Innocent, and congratulations to everyone who made it possible for that ceremony to happen yesterday.
Yeah.
Because I'm talking about it being possible for the athletes to participate and for the ceremony to be done as well, acknowledging just about everybody. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Grenada is just, when it's your time, it's your time, and I just hope that the powers that be do the right thing so that we can capitalize on that flow that Grenada is on
and
at the moment.
It may be a little, forgive me for this, but I'll have to single out Kirani.
Yeah.
Because I think he set the tone.
Yeah.
You heard Anderson say that from 2012, he looked at him and he thought, well, wait, I could do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, the trendsetters.
Yeah, yeah.
Simple, sweet,
Grenada's got it, man. Grenada's got it.
Oh, we got it going on.
Yeah.
We just have to make use of it.
Yeah.
We just have to know how to do what we have to do.
Yeah, and do it right.
And do it right.
The best of our abilities.
Yes, and Ariza is there to help.
Of course. All right, when you go back, give the security team my regards as always.
I usually do,
Yes.
because I pass them as soon as I reach in.
Yeah.
So I have to pick them up on your behalf.
Yeah, of course.
I usually do.
And the entire staff.
Yes. I will.
And keep on
yes,
doing
my
your
dear.
great work.
And you.
Always.
Have a great day.
Folks,
well, have an awesome day.
Yes.
Because it's still awesome August, and we didn't get to talk about awesome August. Whoa.
Yeah.
The time flew.
You need to
quickly.
Remind people. Yeah. You need to do
Just
that.
remind you, it's not yet the end of August, and I'm sure people have children to go back to school.
The carnival
Some
is
people
over.
after that, they do take a vacation, and it's still awesomeness going on at Ariza. So loans of $25,000, $35,000, and $50,000 are available with a quick turnaround. And if you weren't a member, if you aren't a member, that shouldn't daunt you, because you join today, you apply today.
Okay.
Just for this promotion. We've waived that 6-month period. Join today, apply today. That's awesome August. Awesomeness in the place.
Take advantage of this. August is coming quickly to an end. So you've got just some days left. Check yourself out, rush on down to Ariza and take advantage of awesome
and
August.
Organize yourself.
Organize
Let it be an awesome
yourself.
time.
Yes. Josephine, thanks again.
Thank you so much,
and
Vincent.
keep on doing the great work as always.
Thank you, and you have an awesome day.
Awesome. Folks, I've been speaking with Ms. Josephine Walters, a marketing and communications specialist at Ariza. And that's it for the conversation. We take a break. We'll be back with a wrap shortly. Don't you go anywhere.
The heat is on. The pressure is real. Every ball, every boundary, every wicket, a battle for Caribbean supremacy. 6 teams, 1 dream. The Caribbean Premier League returns, and this time it's personal. Get ready for the carnival of cricket, the rhythm, the passion, the unstoppable energy of the CPL. Get ready for the rhythms of the islands and the roar of the crowds. Biggest stars, the most passionate fans, the ultimate party atmosphere. This is cricket like you've never experienced it. Are you ready to feel the rhythm? CPL 2024. It's more than cricket. It's an experience. It's life.
For your team.
No, that's not how you cross the pedestrian crossing.
Really? One day I just woke up and I saw pedestrian crosswalks on the road. No one really showed me how to use them properly.
Well, this is how it's done. You never cross before doing these things. They might save your life. First, when you get to the crosswalk, you stop. You look left, you look right. If there's a vehicle coming, you put your hand out, making eye contact with the driver, indicating that you want to cross. And only when the vehicle comes to a complete stop, you quickly cross to the other side.
Look, hand out, eye contact. Wait for pedestrian to cross to the other side, then you happily continue on your journey. This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
Wait to see my granddaughter.
All right, folks, we've exhausted our conversation time this morning. I just want to say a very special thank you to all those of you who participated one way or the other via the various platforms. And if the good Lord spare our lives, we'll do it again tomorrow, same time, same frequencies, channels, and platforms. Just reminding you that GBN's own Lou Smith will be laid to rest today. And, just keep his family in your thoughts and prayers. Thank you for the conversation. I love you. Bye-bye.